What's up everybody, Serial Entrepreneur here, and in this episode, guess what we're going to be talking about? Why most of you are going to fail with your marketing agencies. There's a lot of reasons, well actually there's 4 reasons why most people are failing with their marketing agencies right now. So if you want to figure out how to avoid failure, keep watching this video. Here we go. Alright everybody, so first and foremost I want to say thank you if you are a returning visitor, or if you're a new visitor, just so you guys are kind of aware, this channel is all about digital marketing, entrepreneurship, starting a business online. So we have over 100 videos on this YouTube channel that go into internet marketing based content, entrepreneurship, running a business. All of that content is geared towards helping you build your business in 2018 if you're trying to start an online business or a marketing agency working for yourself. So if you want more free content, all you got to do is hop on over to the other videos on this channel and you can get all the free content that you need. Plus, if you look through some of the descriptions in all of my videos, you'll see links to all of our free training sessions, all of that kind of content that you guys are looking for. I'm telling you, you need to check it out. But let's just go ahead and get started in talking about why most agency owners are failing with their marketing agencies. It comes down to 4 basic reasons that a lot of you are probably aware of and you probably heard, but I wanted to make it clear that these are the 4 main reasons why people are failing and kind of give you some advice on how to avoid making those same mistakes. So the first mistake, and this is the biggest mistake that most people make, you might see me looking at my phone, that's because where I have my notes, but the first mistake people make is always, it comes down to education, or it comes down to a lack of experience or help. So number 1, get this on the board, number 1, lack of education and experience, or no mentor. That's number 1, and it's a big reason why a lot of people are failing. They think that they are able to go out and watch a bunch of free YouTube videos, and that's all they'll need to run their marketing agency and build a 6-figure, business that's making $500,000 a year. I'm sorry, but that's just not how it works. You are not. If you look at all the other examples, Zig Ziglar, Mark Cuban, Ty Lopez, Joe Soto, Alex Becker, all of these big names that you've heard of have had a mentor and still have mentors to this day. They're not running, 8-figure, 9-figure, 10-figure businesses without having someone who's done it before, someone else to talk to, bounce ideas off of, get advice from, all of that different type of stuff that a business owner needs access to continue learning and continue growing. Outside of that, they have education. They either went to college and studied something specifically, or they bought a course, or they, again, found a mentor, someone to consult them and teach them the proper way to do things, the proper way, not just marketing. Like, that's what a lot of you miss out on. The marketing side of it is just one piece to starting a marketing agency. If you don't know how to run a business, you're missing out on the whole other half, and you're going to fail that way. Because most people come into this and they say, oh, well, I can do the social media marketing, which that's great. You can do the social media marketing, but do you know how to run a business? Have you ever run a business before? And that's a big thing that most people miss out on, is you're not just running a marketing agency, you're running a business. To do that, you need to understand tax, operations, how to scale, when to bring in customer service, HR, all of that stuff is a piece of running your actual marketing agency, and without understanding those concepts, you're gonna fall behind. So that's number 1, education, guys. And kind of leads me into my next point. We're actually starting our marketing mentorship program. We're relaunching it. So we launched it about 2 months ago. We ran like a pilot for the program, and we kind of figured out all the kinks and what exactly we wanted to do. So if you guys are interested in that, what we're going to be doing is 4 live trainings every month. So this is really cool. You guys get to actually talk with me, get advice from me directly on these live trainings. We're going to shoot those 4 times a month. So 1 a week, and basically those will be anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour long, and it goes directly into digital marketing training, running a business, scaling your business, finding customers, all of that information that you guys are going to be looking for. We're going to do 1 video a week. It's a live training. Again, you guys can hop on, ask me questions, and then what we're going to do after that is we're going to take the video, download it, upload it to a file, and then send it to you so you have access to it forever. And then you can also download that copy and save it to your computer so you never lose that file or you never lose access to it. You can upload it to a cloud, whatever you want to do with it. But that way you guys can have consistent training and updates in the industry and how to grow your business, and you have a direct portal to reach out to me and get the help you want. Plus, plus the group that we're going to have. You get access to all of the members in that group where you get to ask them questions, get involved there. There's tons of value in this course. So if you guys are interested in that monthly mentorship program, we're going to leave the link in the description below. You can check that out. Number 2 thing, and of course, if you haven't seen the Digital Marketing School, you're missing out on the best content for starting a digital marketing agency. So you're going to want to check out our site, serialentrepreneur.academy. Boom, it should be right there, serialentrepreneur.academy. Check it out. All right, guys, number 2, lack of discipline. All right, so let's get that one up there. 2, lack of discipline. All right, and why is this important? Because too many people decide, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to start this business and do some digital marketing, which is great. They go out, they land 2 customers. Let's say they're for $5,000 a piece, right? So they're making $10,000 a month in revenue. Let's say their costs are about $3,000 to $3,500 out of that $10,000. So let's say, and again, this is an example. Let's say that they're walking away with what did I say, 3,000? So they're walking away, or 3,500. So they're walking away with $6,500 a month. And this is more than that person's ever, say they're 21 years old. They've never made $6,500 a month before, right? That's a big lump sum of money for someone who's 21 years old and never made that much money before. So they're going to go out and start spending it. But another thing that happens is people get lazy. They get complacent. They say, okay, well, I'm making, $6,500 a month. That's all I need to do. I'm set. The business will just start coming in itself now. My clients will just start managing. No. They do not start managing themselves. You are still the one liable, still the one responsible for making sure that they get the results that they're looking for. So lack of discipline basically comes down to people getting complacent and they stop doing the things they need to do as a business owner. And you guys don't understand how much that hurts your business. Just because you land 2 clients, you can't stop. That means you have to find out what you can do to land 4 more, 6 more clients, because that's the only way you're going to be able to sustain and then to grow. Marketing agencies, one thing you have to understand about a marketing agency is customers come and go. The churn rate is higher than the average business. All right, customers come and go all the time because they either don't get the results they're looking for exactly, or something happens on their side of the business where they're not able to afford it anymore. This is what happens all the time. People trade agencies or move to different agencies or just cut their budget altogether. So if you're not going out and consistently growing your business, if you're not focusing on maintaining a great relationship, growing your current customers, growing your current clients' business, basically, that's all you're doing. If you're not focused on doing this for them and trying to grow your own business at the same time, you're going to miss out on a huge part of what's going to make your business stand out from others. And not to mention, you're going to eventually fail because you will not have been taking the right steps to set your business in place for future growth. So discipline, you have to understand, okay, this week, this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to, toss it aside or, move the priority to a later date. I'm going to get it done this week. It needs to get done this week. So I'm going to set a goal to get it done this week. And if I don't get it done this week, then I'm working this weekend. I'm not going out and partying. I'm not going out and, having a good time. I'm working this weekend, which leads me into my number 3 point, which is having the wrong priorities. So 3, we'll just say improper priorities. All right, 3 is improper priorities. And this is a big thing, especially with young people, because, and I understand. I went through the whole thing, especially if you're in college, you want to have some fun. This is the time of your life. You'll never get it again, blah, blah. I totally understand that feeling. I did the same thing in college, but I'm here to tell you now that I also took a lot of time in college to spend learning, building businesses, getting the experience that I needed to be an entrepreneur full time and to do this for myself. So improper priorities, what it comes down to, guys, is if you're 100% serious. Here's the thing. You can start a marketing agency, and if your goal is to make $20,000 extra this month or this year, you can do that easily. But if you're trying to make $100,000, if you're trying to make $500,000, if you're trying to make $1 million in 2018 in revenue, prioritizing your life and your work life is going to be huge. Okay, so what does that mean? That means, again, stop partying, stop going out and hanging out with friends when you have work to do. If something doesn't get done on the weekend, that means you might have to work a weekend. Just because it's the weekend doesn't mean you're able to just give it up and pass it on and say, okay, well, we'll just get to it when Monday comes. No, not if you have a deadline. All right, so making sure that your life is prioritized along with your work priorities. Are you setting up calendars? Are you setting up, goals for each week and for each day? Are you following up with those goals and those, those tasks that you've set up for your business? That's the biggest thing I would say that a lot of people kind of like get in their way. Like, obviously, this is number one. This is the biggest mistake that most people make, but this right here, this applies to everybody in any industry, in any field, whatever it may be. People let their life or their leisure activities or their friends or, fun, basically, that's what I'm trying to get to, fun, get in the way of growing their business and setting up themselves for the rest of their life. That's like, I haven't... Like, I get to, you guys see me do some fun things, but those are basically the only fun things I do. Outside of that right now, my focus is my business. Every single day, that's all I'm doing, weekends included. And if you guys want that success, you can have it. It's going to take some work, though, up front. You have to put 2 to 3 years into it. And that's what I've determined. If I put 2 to 3 years into this, I'll be at, the Joe Soto level, or I'll be at the Billie Jean level, or the Alex Becker level. It doesn't just happen overnight. It occasionally does to people, but that is very rare for something like that to happen. So you guys have to understand it's going to take a commitment. You have to put 3 years, 5 years, maybe even 10 years, depending on your ability or your time frame or, what else you have going on in your life. But you have to put the time into it to actually get the results you're looking for. And to do that, you have to prioritize, you have to have discipline, you have to have the education. And then number 4, let me get this last one. There we go. Yeah. Here's another big one. I'll squat down for a sec. Under pricing your services. And underpricing your services basically comes down to a couple of things, which are you're not putting enough value in your own business. You're not putting enough value in your own services. People are giving away stuff for free, or they're not charging enough. Like, you have to do a complete analysis of your pricing, of what services you're offering to a customer before you can just sit down and say, yeah, we'll do. Like, never agree to a price. If you come in with a proposal and you say we can do it for this much money, and then they come back at you and say, okay, well, how about can you do it for this? And then you basically have to make a decision. You have to say, okay, well, yes, we'll do it for this, or no, you don't. But what I recommend you do is say, Mr. Business Owner, Mrs. Business Owner, I don't know exactly right now. I never agree to pricing up front because I need to take time to make sure it makes sense for your business and for mine. I don't want to lose money. You don't want to lose money. So I need to go back and do another, setup or proposal where I kind of work in the things that you're talking about versus what I had pre-planned. But pricing is another thing. I mean, you guys have to understand, blog articles, you should not be writing blog articles and giving them to businesses for $25. A blog article can easily, especially if it's well written, can easily go for $200 to $300 just for that one article. All right, a video production can go anywhere from $300 to $1,000, and that's just the base type stuff, really easily. And businesses are used to hearing those prices. So that's the thing. If you feel like you're getting too expensive, if you think going into a business and you're pitching them a $5, if you feel like you're just too expensive for them, you might be looking at the wrong types of businesses to work with, and they might not be as qualified as you thought they were. But don't underprice your services. That means if that business can afford it, either number one, if you go in and pitch a $5,000 package and they can't afford it, start off with a $2,500 package. But the biggest thing you can't do is go in with a $5,000 package and then tell them, okay, you can't afford it, that's great, we'll still do all these services, we'll do it for you for $3,500. You just devaluated your business, your services for basically $1,500. What's that, like 30%? Almost 30% of the actual revenue you should have been making, which means it eats into your costs, or your profit margins, which means it costs you more to do business and then you're no longer profitable. So underpricing your services, that's a big mistake that most people make, and you have to understand what you're charging for. If you guys have been watching my content, you understand that there's 5 pieces of digital marketing plus there's 6, their little cousin. The 5 pieces are social media marketing, web development, email marketing, pay-per-click, and SEO. Outside of that, the 6th little cousin is content, creating content via video, blog articles, stuff like that, audio. But you guys have to understand, for each one of those 5 pieces plus content marketing, how do I charge for each one of those? The good thing is with pay-per-click, it's pretty easy. You just do a percentage of the ad spend. But if you're doing web development, how do you charge for that? How do you make sure that, you're not undercharging? And that's a really good question, actually. So if you guys are interested in figuring out more information about that, again, just go over to our YouTube channel. We have all kinds of videos over there that you can watch that go into just specifically about pricing. Like I think I've done 2 to 3 different videos just about pricing itself. And we have blog articles on SerialEntrepreneur.academy that do full explanations of each specific topic. So if you're talking about pay-per-click, or not pay-per-click, but social media, how do you charge for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google, all of that? We talk about that in our full blog article. Again, that's over at serialentrepreneur.academy. You can go down in the description below and click that link and find that blog article there. Again, it's also on our YouTube channel. There's plenty of video content there. We always upload our video to our blog articles, so if you prefer to read while you listen or prefer to read while you watch, you can do that. But I'm telling you, just get the information you need about pricing your services. Don't try and wing it, because you will mess up. And if you're still not sure, if you've done everything you can and you still don't know how to price your services, or you feel like something's off, all you have to do is set up a consultation call with me. I don't do free consultation calls, but if you are interested, we have very affordable consultation rates where you guys can set up a 30-minute, hour-long call with me, and basically we can talk completely about it. If you have a specific package put together that you want me to help you with, or if you just want general knowledge about all of the services and how to price them, we can talk about that too. But those are the 4 big no-nos, 4 big things to avoid. Get educated, discipline yourself, prioritize your personal life along with your business life, and then quit underpricing your services. Price yourself with value, and if they aren't willing to pay you for the services that they want you to perform, then don't work with them. You do not need to work with every customer or to work with every business if you're taking the principles that I teach you about acquiring customers and putting them into your actual strategy, because you'll land plenty of them. You don't have to, worrying about customers is not something I have to worry about, because I know that if I practice what I preach to you guys, it works. Like just the other day, we did a Facebook video where I showed you guys how I sent out 40 messages to business owners in the Atlanta area, and I was able to set up 4 different meetings with all 4 of those different business owners. So basically that's a 10% close rate out of all of the, not close rate, but at least meeting close rate out of all of the messages that I sent. And if you're not getting meetings, then you're not selling deals. So it's all about getting meetings. Outside of that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this channel, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, throw a like down there so that way other people can see this free content. Don't be stingy, don't be greedy. Let other people see the content so they can learn too. Trust me, people always ask me, oh, well, is the marketing space too saturated? It's not saturated, because there's plenty of people who are out there doing it the wrong way, so they're not going to continue, or they won't be successful doing it, and then that business that was working with them is going to come find me. So there's not too much competition. Share the post so other people can see it, and leave a comment below letting me know the thing that you struggle with most with pricing. Which service in particular don't you understand? And I'll try and respond to those comments and give you my advice there. So I will talk to you guys on the next episode. Until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Deuces. Ready to start living the 6-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.